Hola, taco burrito. Welcome back to another episode of the Geeks Forever podcast. It has once again been another minute since we've been on the show, right?
Quite a long minute.
July was the we did the Delta special, the
Yeah.
review of the con, and a lot has happened since Delta. As far as like me not having like I was doing Uber and I work nights, and that's kind of the reason why. But that's kind of like neither here nor there. Welcome back as we talk more shit about other conventions that just passed. Joining me always is the voice of the gaming community. He is the Texas Gaming Hedgehog, the inspiration as to why we allow our people to do other shit besides the podcast. The one, the only, my co-host, Mr. Sonic to you, Keyblade Sonic.
Hello. Hi everybody. It's been a long time. It's been a while.
It has. I mean, a lot has happened. Okay. And just to kind of get this out of the way and you know, to address the Discord, we're not gonna talk about any of that shit that happened. It is what it is. We don't want to get into that. We don't want to talk about that. It is something that we're just gonna kind of move on to and like not talk about anymore. We will handle it. Obviously, a lot happened this morning and last night while I was asleep or playing the Pokemon game. But and the chat's not loading. Oh, and if the signal just seems a little bad on my end, that's because I'm on Wi-Fi in the room. I have to run a cable from the internet router at some point to my
Hardwire it.
Yeah, I got to hardwire. Everything was hardwired. And the little box that extended the cable, like extended the signal so I could hardwire it, is no longer working. So
that Ethernet switch, whatever.
Yeah, the chat's not even fucking loading for some reason.
So far I only see one comment, Chad. We're back. Yeah, we're back, Chad.
Yeah, we're going we back. All right. So a lot has happened. We had ONICON. We had San Japan.
Colossal. NostalgiaCon. J-Fest.
Oh, that's right. The Japanese festival did happen.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It was in September. The last few years have been in April or May. And I went there like one day. I only went there for Saturday, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back here tomorrow. It took forever just to find parking.
Dude, it takes forever to find parking every year, and I don't really like dealing with that bullshit. And that's kind of the reasons why, like the last time I went, I went with Agent and we got lucky. And we even went super early. Like we went pretty early in the day, and we were only there for a bit. I didn't really. It's just a glory. I mean, it's celebrating and showcasing like Japanese culture, and it's a festival and everything. But to me, it's just like it's just mostly food vendors and like.
Yeah, it's basically like you get a taste of like what to expect if you went to Japan.
Right.
Like for example, if you've been to Japan, like you're gonna think, man, this is not. Yeah, you go to J-Fest, you're like, this is just basically like 1% of
Japan. Shit, I did not see this comment. Like I said, I can't see I might have to refresh.
Yeah, it says RuffyCon. That's right. TwitchCon. Yep. Yeah, TwitchCon just happened this weekend. A lot of stuff happened from that.
Oh my god.
The fallout from TwitchCon.
You have got to be shitting me. That's not that actually happened there.
What the? Oh, there's a lot of stuff that happened at TwitchCon. Let's just say there was a meet and greet that went incredibly wrong. That's the best way to describe it.
That sucks. Oh, damn it! I wanted to talk about ONICON. Do we have, before we go into the convention talk, do we have any? I know we talked about it briefly yesterday. I know a lot has happened. Do we have any like new skinny information?
I don't know. Not really. It's just we know it's almost the end of the year. I know there's a lot of like events and stuff coming up. They're like local and all that stuff. Well, SumiCon's happening this weekend. That's one.
That's what I have to say about that one. For those of you that we're going to talk about this as well. Xbox did release the ROG Ally
Yeah.
It's $1,000. It's $1,000 portable gaming console that has up to 24 gigabytes of RAM. It is possibly more powerful than the Xbox Series X,
Mhm.
but it cannot play Xbox games. It can only play, so it can't play any of the Xbox games that you have purchased. It can only play the Xbox Game Pass PC games.
That's so weird. Wouldn't it make more sense to play Xbox games as well?
Yeah, well, they did say it was going to be limited on what Xbox games it could play, and we were told, okay, it could play. Like, we were led to believe it was going to be able to play Xbox games, and at least that's how I felt. And it's not able to do that, and it's like, I don't know if I can justify the $1,000 price range. To use the console at its full capabilities, you do have to have it plugged in. I'm gonna see if I can join from another, because like I said, my internet sucks right now, so I might have to shut down the Discord on my PC. It's just the internet in my room sucks.
Is mayonnaise an Xbox?
It's an Xbox.
Horseradish is an Xbox either.
They are releasing Xbox Game Pass. They're trying to release Xbox Game Pass on cars.
Yeah, but the problem is right now, lately, with the whole price increase they did, and it's like kind of turned a lot of people off from Game Pass because they're
Yeah.
increasing the price of it.
So Xbox Game Pass has had 2 price increases in the last 14 months.
Mhm.
It went from $16 to $20, and now it was 17 or 16
I think it was
to
$17.
$20, and now it has a 50% price hike to $30.
Crazy.
And
And the fallout from that, it caused a lot of people to like, you know what, we're just gonna cancel our service. And it was to the point where the website to cancel your service like crashed.
right, yeah. So speaking of which, the backlash was so bad, as Sonic mentioned. The Microsoft website server to cancel Game Pass crashed. Xbox actually did what some people are considering a petty move, and said that if you are subscribed to Xbox Game Pass already, you will not experience a price hike. You will still pay $20 a month in November. Moving forward, if you canceled your subscription, you will have to pay the $30 price. Seems kind of fucking petty.
Yeah, it's like some stuff like Adobe was doing when you try to cancel Photoshop or any of that stuff. Like they want you to pay for it.
Target and Walmart have made announcements to recess they're pretty much to kind of like dumbify it and simplify it. They're thinking about taking Xbox out of the stores. They're not going to sell Xbox shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, also the Xbox Series X, I've like done a couple of price increases too. And
so yeah, before you continue, sorry.
yeah.
Right now with taxes, it is roughly okay. So let me see. Actually, do the math on this one. All right, so it was $649.99 plus 8.25. You're looking at about $703.6162
For a Series X.
For a Series X.
That's crazy. Meanwhile, there was a couple of like Sam's Club or Costco's that were like putting the Xbox Series S on clearance, and you were able to get one for like as low as like 150 for what I saw. I'm like, dude, that's a steal.
You can actually get a. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with Xbox. It's $1,000 for the Rogue Ally. It's $703 for the Xbox Series X. It's almost $500 for the Series S. And they are going to, Xbox did already start to increase. They're going to start increasing the price of their games themselves to $80.
Yeah, that's man. At this point, I'm just saying to myself, Microsoft, just tap out. Just tap out of the console wars. Just tap out.
I mean, you're better off just becoming an app on the PlayStation and just kind of like making money off of them. At this point, I'm gonna get an Xbox Series X because they got one at the. Well, I can't get one just yet because I'm out of a job and I'm kind of financially struggling, but I will get one. eventually the pawn shop does have one for less than $300. So if that's how you want to get into the Xbox game, which at this point is not really recommended, uh,
Yeah,
pawn shops are your best friend.
yeah, because a lot, especially with these game prices and all these game increases and stuff, and then you have to pay for like Xbox Live, you have to pay for like PlayStation Plus, and like even the PS5 had a price increase too. Um, there's a lot of people who would just say, and like, you know what, I'd rather use this money probably invest in like build a better PC or build a strong PC enough to like use all the graphics and all that stuff. And Xbox got bought by Mr. Krabs.
Yeah,
That's pretty
they
much what happened. Now it would really happen if they made the Xbox, if they released an Xbox Series X that was green, that was red.
okay. I can see the chat now. I can stop using my fucking phone.
There
But I'm still not going to use Discord on my PC. I'm going to use it on my
Mobile.
mobile.
Same.
All right. So Xbox, we'll go deeper into it. We'll do an episode on. We kind of have a new sponsor now. Some people are gonna
But first,
so
word from our sponsor.
word from our sponsor. Where you can get the latest songs and Taco Bell.
We could. I'm in the mood for some food and maybe jam out some music. You know where I'm also in the mood for? Some great quality local soundtrack. That's what this local soundtrack of.
It's like, you know what? For those of you that are hankering for some breakfast, you want a show, and you just woke up choosing violence, and you want to drive out of your way. Waffle House is the place to go, where you can get a stack of waffles and get into a fist fight, or just enjoy a fight between a bunch of single moms. I mean, and for a limited time only, there's a crack dealer behind the Waffle House standing next to the dumpster. Might as well be both at this point. That will hook you up. No, Waffle House is coming soon to the San Antonio greater city area.
I was gonna make a reference about it, but once we talk about San Japan, I'm gonna talk about how ironic it is about San Japan and Waffle House.
All right, yeah. So let's talk. Let's get into it. San Japan 2025 this year happened in August.
Yeah,
it was the first time I had been to San Japan since 2017.
And actually, I might as well ask questions because I wasn't there, but you were there. I might as well just ask, what was that like compared from like 2017 to 2025?
It is okay. So I didn't get to experience the entire convention like I wanted to because I was running the karaoke room, but it is fucking massive. Like, they use the big convention center as like the main entrance now and everything.
Yeah.
You go through there, get your information, get your badges, you get all your everything you need. And like they definitely are constructing like the main hotel that's connected to it. There was some like construction going on. Or no, at least it's over now. It was there during Kawacon. It was gone now. The layout of the hotel still very much the same, but it does look different. San Japan is fucking massive, bro. Like, we were on the opposite end of the convention center. We were in the hotel on the fourth floor running karaoke, where they had a bunch of like the rave and shit like that going on. They had a 24-hour gaming room. They had 2 karaoke rooms, one that ran from the morning to midday, and then we ran it from midday till they kicked us out. It was massive. It was hard for me to find everything. I wish there was a little bit more communication between them and me. Overall, though, like, most of my issues were like that Friday morning arriving because I didn't know where to go, and it was kind of like a pain to maneuver through the whole convention because it's so fucking massive. But based on what I saw, man, it was packed. There were a lot of people. Like, they had a lot of Pokemon card vendors that were actually selling like EVTs at a reasonable price.
Yeah,
like the EV one, the Prismatic Evolutions. I think that's what it's called. Like those I've seen on Facebook Marketplace go for like anywhere for more than $100. They had them there for like $90 to $99. They had other ones, black and white. They had the black and white boxes. They had the Surging Sparks. Those were all within the $90 to $100 range. Which at that's kind of the market price for them now. That's not retail. Retail and market are not the same. They'll sell them at Walmart for like $65 with taxes, or $55 on the Pokemon vending machine. But when you go out into the streets, you're going to pay market price or above market price. So these were like reasonable. They, based on what I could see, they do take care of the volunteers. They had like water. Okay, did it cut?
No, you're still talking.
Okay. They do treat their volunteers with respect. They had water for them, snacks, all kinds of shit. Panelist wise, I don't know how it went because, like, I spent most of my time in the karaoke room. Not to like kiss their ass or anything, because they kind of brought us in and took care of us, and they were extra like,
really cool, very accommodating.
Yeah, they accommodated everything we asked. Everything we asked. Did we get some complaints? Yeah, we got some complaints about karaoke, but people don't realize this is that we had 300 people,
on
300 to 400 people on queue, and it's karaoke. We were averaging 11 people per hour.
That's amazing.
And it's like 11 people is not a lot when you're singing a 3-minute to 7-minute song.
Yeah, so, nine times out of 10, you'll probably get like 11 songs, and it's like, yeah, that's within the hour. You'll be like, oh, it's not a big deal. It kind of is. I mean, if you really pay attention, especially some songs where it's like, again, like you mentioned, 3 to 7 minutes. Yeah, I mean,
and then that's not to mention like calling them out, getting them to come to the stage, people signing up. Like, it's not like, okay, back to back to back to back. Okay, this person's over. Next, here's the mic. Start. Right? No, it takes like a minute or two for people to, you got to call their name. They got to come up. You got to make sure you pick the right song. Make sure you take care of them. And then like, there were some people they got skipped that stepped out for a minute, and we called
they snooze,
them.
they lose.
Right. And then one person's like, I waited 3 hours. I never heard my name called. This is bullshit. People legitimately, they use the QR code to submit complaints. Like, one person's like, you take too long with the transitioning or the introductions. I'm like, well, first off, this is my fucking show. This is how I do it. I like to engage everyone. Overall, and here's the big thing I want to talk about. That happened at San Japan. We never got to talk about the bomb threat.
Oh yeah, that did happen. And there was two incidents too. Like, one was the naked guy.
The naked guy I didn't know about. I didn't know about that until just now.
Yeah, there was a naked guy who I don't know. The only footage I saw was on TikTok. It was about basically they were just arresting him, but it was like obvious he was like, apparently he was like streaking, I think.
Yeah, I like I said, I actually didn't hear about that until you just brought it up. I did hear about the girl. I heard about the girl Monday after the con. That's how isolated we were. So they're like, hey, did you hear? No, I didn't hear shit. I've been in this fucking room all weekend. Why? What happened? Oh, somebody threatened to bring, like, are we allowed to say the B word here on YouTube? They threatened the convention, right?
Yeah, there was basically it was just a threat about, it was a cosplayer, right?
Yeah, it was a girl cosplayer, and she got into an argument with another booth about energy drinks or some bullshit like that. Something really fucking stupid. And she threatened she threatened that booth based on what I heard. And we didn't know about this until after, like, that Monday when I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, why didn't I hear about this? Well, Jesse, if it wasn't Geeks 5 related or related to food or related to Pokemon cards or related to Goku in some fucking way, you probably didn't hear about it. I'm like, yeah, that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, basically what happened was, so I'm reading the article from it. So basically the person posted F game the entitled weirdos, called them entitled weirdos, commenting on planning something in their booth today, and I'm like, that's basically was a threat. And basically, when this person arrived at the convention that Saturday, they were denied entry and issued a criminal trespass warning. Basically, banned this person. And it's let me see here. It says here.
I know she was arrested.
Yes, she did get arrested. She was booked in the county jail with her bond set at $35K. She was released on bond, and that's pretty much what we know from at the time. Yeah, she was a terroristic threat.
Okay, so the Ravens flock covered the story too after it happened. I mean, we're not gonna.
Hey, it's good. Speaking of, good to see you. Good to hear from our old friends at the Ravens flock.
I don't think they're watching the show, but they were mentioned.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout
out
you guys
are doing all right.
I know. One of them is running for governor or senator or congressman.
Running for political office. There you go.
You're running for an office that has a desk in Florida, and it's not made of gator. Honestly, like, we're so late, right? The convention happened 2 months ago.
Yeah.
We're late to the party, so we're not going to go into detail as to what the fuck this person was thinking. They're obviously going to await trial. They are out on bond, and they set the bond for $35,000. But when you pay the bond, it's only 10% of the bond that you pay. So that's how they were able to get out. I don't even have $5 fucking dollars. And this girl was able to afford $3,500. But anyways, like, yeah, I didn't hear about that until afterwards. I heard it was like the pettiest, stupidest shit in the world. Obviously, her as a she was like a influencer, right? Was she?
Yeah,
like,
she had a big presence, like cosplaying wise. Like, she had like a lot of like a presence on social media in terms of that. And what sucks is like using that, and then like maybe she thought she wasn't gonna get caught or anything like that, but like, no, you did get caught. You got caught, and you gotta be careful.
Fuck did she not think she was gonna get caught? Like, oh my god, like, they're not gonna arrest me because
yeah, I mean, you could say that as a joke, but nah, bro. This time in this day of age,
you can't even say that as a fucking joke.
Yeah,
anymore.
You shouldn't be saying that.
I mean, you can't even joke about that because people lose their shit. Like, and that's the thing. Like, so much has happened since the last time we did the show. Like, now, we've had to deal with shit, right? Because people were talking about, a certain someone getting shot in the neck, and then making jokes and shit. Mind you, we're not going to get into that topic either. We don't talk about politics, but do we also don't agree with making light of the situation, considering the fact that he did have kids? So, like, say what you will, just don't. The Discord's not for that.
All right. So here on the Farknocker says she was an influencer. Can't imagine any con would want to work with her after that. Yeah, I mean, no doubt she's likely never going to find like work or anything like that or again. I mean, especially after that. And it would get worse if she gets like convicted, or especially the fate of her at the court.
Even if they don't convict her, right? The perception of the public eye will see her as a liability and no longer choose to work with her. I mean, I saw her picture. I mean, she definitely didn't come off as I don't know what to say.
No, so and then someone I remember someone mentioning how like the mugshot and the photos that she has on her page is like, wow, night and day. It's amazing. Someone said it's amazing what makeup can do. And I'm like, well, I can't really say much because that's.
I'm not gonna wait, not to be an asshole, you piece of shit, but like the dude that said all that. But I mean, like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around as to what way she did it. She said it. It's just that, like, What the fuck?
Yeah, like why did you think that was a good idea to do that?
Hell, some guy got SWAT team on him for saying on a phone call he was going to at he was going to bathroom. He was going to blow up the bathroom, not at a con. Dude was had SWAT literally kick in the bathroom. Can you imagine? He's like, I'm
about to drop a bomb in this bathroom, and it's like,
yeah, he's in there like taking the biggest shit of his life, and here comes here comes the SWAT.
Yeah, I can see that's probably has happened. You know what I mean? Someone like would literally take what they said, like literally.
Yeah, well, yeah, he literally shit himself. I mean, probably for the most part.
For the most part.
But homegirl, she messed up. And didn't she make like a public post about it? Like, they gonna get got.
I don't know. The only thing I know is that what she said was targeted to the booth that she was like having beef with, basically calling him entitled, basically saying f them and all that. Other than that, after San Japan, like nobody's brought it up ever again. Like kind of forgot, like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, because it was very
brief and all that
stupid.
Stuff. It was very stupid.
Very brief, but it was very stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, I almost died because you don't like this energy drink. The fuck?
Oh, yeah. Maybe, and I'm thinking maybe it's because she wanted to work with them, and they're like, no.
No. Part of the argument was because I remember them telling me that she got into an argument with them over fucking energy drinks. Like she's sponsored by one, and she was like defending them against like the competitor or some shit.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm like, God damn, that's some Burger King, McDonald's beef, but without the violence. No. Yeah, she got violent. They didn't get violent.
Yeah, she was the one who wanted to get violent about it.
Yeah, she didn't have it her way, and she ain't loving it right now. That's all I can fucking say. I mean, San Japan overall, can I give it a rating? Yeah, I'll give it a fucking rating because I actually had fun. I enjoyed it, even though it's based off of my personal opinion. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
That's good.
I know that sounds a little biased. But
I know there was a big highlight was they brought in Mr. Harada-san, who was the main producer behind the Tekken series. Mm-hmm. And one of the big highlights was you actually get to play a match against him. And like if you win and all that stuff, which is kind of cool. And the reason I mentioned earlier, we were talking about Waffle House and stuff. Like it's ironic that people on the internet was talking about like, oh, we want a Waffle House stage for Tekken. And we want that. And it's ironic because they're doing it in San Antonio, which doesn't have a Waffle House. Like, it would have made more sense if you actually said that at a place that had a Waffle House.
Mm-hmm. I will say this based on because Rain's hard there helping me man the karaoke booth. And Android 17 was there helping me run karaoke. They both ran off and left me there to die by myself. And they had fun. 17 actually spent money. You know, we were supposed to, me and him pulled our money together for food, and he spent it on smut. So what is that fucking time? I mean, overall, I liked it. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I like the people. Deacon Rap showed up. He kind of showed up to say hi. I didn't even realize he was there. And then I jumped to the stage. You're gonna sing. Or I don't remember like your Miku is gonna get got with all the queens. Like I invited like, hey, can we get all the queens on the stage? And then they sing Barbie Girl.
That's tradition.
That's we have something better than a Waffle House in San Antonio. Debatable.
Marbaki Culebra.
We go to Waffle House for the food. We go to Waffle House
for the show.
For the show. For the crackheads.
For the fights.
For the drunk single moms. For the crackheads. The meth heads.
Imagine taking somebody who's never heard of Waffle House before there, and they'd be like, "Oh, what's so great about this place?" And I'm like, "Oh, just watch."
Yeah, just watch. We're gonna go at 3 when the show starts. See people throwing hands in the parking lot for no apparent reason.
Yeah, someone's got to mod that and put that. Actually, I think someone did that. They modded an actual Waffle House like stage or like arena for, I think it was for I for a WWE game.
I thought it was for Tekken.
I don't know if it's that. Hold on, let me look it up. I know there's a Waffle House mod out here. Hold on, if I look it up, because I do remember someone making that. I thought it was really funny. Yeah, for Tekken 7. And Tekken 8 too. There's a Waffle House mod.
Yeah. It was. I knew it was a fighting game. I knew it was a more recent fighting game. It had.
Yeah.
Because
It
I don't
was
know
on
if you
7.
realized it. Street Fighter just kind of went off the map. Like nobody talks about Street Fighter.
Not as much as it used to. Because I know 6 just came out. 6 came out on Switch too.
Yeah, but 6 came out like a while ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago.
On the big console. It feels longer. Yeah, it feels long.
You know what's a fighting game most people aren't talking about anymore? Like Mortal Kombat.
Somebody in Halo Infinite made a
Waffle House map.
It's only a matter of time before we get one in Call of Duty. It's only a matter of time. Our Battlefield 6, which is kicking the shit out of Call of Duty right now.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll put it in Fortnite.
So, San Japan, like I said, I didn't get like the big experience like everybody else did. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, I had fun. It was great. It was great seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in years. It was good to be back. I do look forward to coming back to San Japan if they'll have me back and running their karaoke. I did get a firsthand experience with the karaoke room this year, and I believe there are ways to make it better. Now, can I fix the long ass wait time for karaoke? No, I can't fucking fix that because too many people are signing up, and there's just nothing we can fucking do, especially when 300 people are signing up and we're like at number 50, and most people wait like an hour or two and like, I'm not gonna get the fucking thing, so I'm gonna take off. We did run karaoke until 6 a.m, which at one point in the stuff we're like, hey man, y'all need to get the fuck out of here. We're tired. We want to go to bed. That was great. I feel bad, but you know, people were just singing and partying and it just
having a great time.
Yeah, dude, we had like a lot of people. We had like probably like 10 or 15 people in that room still singing. And it was a great time. It was fun. It was amazing. And it was definitely fun. All right, let's go. Let's move on. San Japan, 9 out of 10. All right, Colossal Con. I didn't go this year because I completely fucked up and I got the dates wrong for the deadline for the panel submission. I thought it was the 15th of whatever month it cut off, and it turns out it was 2 days prior.
Oh.
So no, I remember when we hung out, like me and Sonic actually hung out recently. We went to go see WWE WrestlePalooza at the
AMC and they gave us free tickets for another showing
that we cannot use for another WWE showing.
Yeah, so we have to use it for like a regular movie. So
and it can't be like a new release. Like it can't be the day a new movie comes out. It has to be like the second fucking day or something.
Yeah.
So it's fucking bullshit. Anyways, so I remember telling you like, hey, I missed the fucking dates, and I remember being there. I was like, oh, you know what the deadline today is though? Today's the deadline for the panel submissions for ONICON.
And then he did it at the spot,
like in the Denny's parking lot.
Yeah, we went to Denny's after.
We went to Denny's and we ate. So the wrestle thing ended at 10. Like before 10, it ended early.
Like 9 o'clock, 9:30.
9 something, right?
Yeah.
And like we went to Denny's, we ate, we all hung out, we ate, we talked about shit that's been going on. And so we're on the Denny's parking lot. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit, today's the deadline for ONICON's panel submission. It ends at midnight. So while everyone's talking as a group in the parking lot, I'm like submitting whatever panels I can into the ONICON schedule, like to be considered. And the great thing was that like I'm just like using voice to chat to like help me, because I didn't have any of my, because I have a catalog. I have a file that's kind of like a catalog of all my panels and descriptions.
Yeah.
It has descriptions for the program and descriptions to describe the panel to the people that I'm submitting it to. It was great because right there, it's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm submitting panels, man, because I want to go. I want to try out ONICON this year. I'm not buying a damn badge. And yeah, so but ColossalCon happened for ONICON. I didn't go this year because, like I said, I missed the deadline. So you went. You were there. How
Yeah,
was that?
I went. I liked it. It was great. It's just like every year, there was a lot of good stuff. They, the after parties were really good. Everyone's having a great time. Wasn't that much like any issues per se, I guess. Because I did mention this in Dankapus's stream. She did a stream. Shout out to Dankapus, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were on Dankapus. I remember Dankapus asked me like, "Can I borrow Sonic?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course you can."
Yeah. So basically, I gave my thoughts there, but the best way I can describe it is like it kind of played safe in a way, in a sense of like, okay, if you enjoyed if you enjoyed the past years, you'll like this one's. Let's see. Let me. Okay, here we go. This is based on what I wrote for the my review of it that was on Dankapus's stream. All right, here we go. This year's Colossal carried the same relaxing vacation-like vibe as previous years. Highlights including the Club Kaiju after party on Friday, the always iconic water park for swimming and cosplay photos, and the rave at the Wave on Saturday night, which easily stole the show. Um, on the downside, nighttime options felt limited for those who are not really into parties, and some panels ended much earlier than expected, and it kind of should leave for improvement. So, for example, like there were some panels who like, okay, you get to be there for an hour, right? And they'd be done within like 20 minutes. It's like, so what do you do for the next 40? You know what I mean? Like, do we start the next panel or do you have like a throwaway or whatever? How does it work? And also it happens. This has been happening since last year, ever since we started to realize it. The flea market is better than the vendors once again.
Yeah, because mostly, but some people are turning the flea market into the vendors hall
Yeah, they
by
are.
going every year and like because it's cheaper. So like, I'll just sell my shit. I'll hawk all my shit in the. But dude, like the thing is, and the issue I've always had with as much as I love Colossal, like it's one of my favorite cons of all time. But the issue is
Yeah.
they have no nighttime shit. They have nothing because they focus on
Yeah.
the wave at the raves
Mm-hmm.
or
They
the
do.
rave at the whatever the fuck it's called. The wave.
Yeah, basically the rave in the water park. And yeah, it's what's surreal because I I even told people there's people I know who went at Colossal Con who weren't big into raves, or they were just tired like to go to the waves and all that, to the rave at the waves. And it's like, okay, what else is there to do? There's probably people
Nothing.
not much. There isn't much going on. And it's like, but what about room party? Like, okay, not counting room parties, but like I'm talking about from like a convention, like the convention sanctioned. There you go, convention sanctioned events. You know what I mean? Is there anything else besides the rave at the waves? You know what I mean?
Right. And people don't really like room parties anymore because, for fucking reasons that we're not going to get into, at least not uh uh on the fucking podcast. We'll get it on the private Discord where we talk all kinds of shit. If you want to join us and get all that wonderful tea about conventions and what happens at them, and
T5
I like to talk
ever.
about T5 ever. We don't talk about people personally. We don't get into like personal shit. When we talk about shit, we don't talk about rumors, right? We need solid fucking evidence that what you're telling us is real, or we're just not gonna fucking believe you. And hey, it's Geek Cred.
Hey yo, hello, Geek Cred.
He was at the ONICON at the ONICON.
Bret Hart, the SummerSlam.
The SummerSlam. So overall, what'd you think? You think of the score?
I mean, I gave my overall thoughts was it was a unique signature attractions. It makes it a worthwhile convention, and for like those who like conventions or they want to like just an excuse to go out swimming or something like that, I mean, it's a great. I enjoyed it a lot. It's like it's kind of like Delta in a way, in terms of like vibes and like relaxation. Like you don't feel like pressured to do like commit like cons and like cosplays and all that stuff. Like there's some people who just go cosplay like the most casual cosplays. Um, but yeah, again, I liked it. If I would have gave it a rating, I'd say about like 8, 9 at best.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to last
Let's
year.
say 8.5.
Yeah, there you go.
Would that be fair? Okay.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
All right. So, Anime Matsuri also happened, but nobody gives a fuck. Let's move on.
How fast we immediately move. Well, that's the only thing they're getting.
Just be happy, fucking Matsuri. That actually I throw all kinds of shade at them at San Japan and fucking ONICON. I was like, you know what? I'm going to lots of conventions. I'm gonna submit for IkiCon, which I hope the deadline hasn't passed. Submit for. I'm definitely gonna be back at Kawacon. I'm gonna be back at Ushicon. I'm gonna be back at. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. But I will not be at Cry. Why? Because they suck. They're trash. Basura.
Basura.
Basura. Anyways, ONICON. That's what I was going to talk about because Sonic Expo hasn't happened. Arcade and Pinball hasn't happened.
That's happening next month.
TsumiCon is next week, which I don't fuck about. Which we will talk about them.
Tsumi or SumiCon?
I thought it was Tsumi.
I thought it was Sumi because people say Sumi because the T is silent.
SushiCon is next week.
This weekend.
This week. Well, this weekend.
This weekend, and then
the Texas Renaissance Festival is also currently ongoing. It's already second weekend.
Yeah, it'll be the second, and then Halloween next week. So
this one is the third weekend. This coming weekend is the third weekend. It's already 3 weekends into its 8-weekend tour.
It's crazy.
Can somebody check to see if Arcade Expo is still taking panels or shit like that? Can I submit? Can I submit karaoke?
I don't think they do. I don't think they submit panels. They don't do panels.
Will they take karaoke?
I don't know. Let me check for you.
Yeah. All right. ONICON was this past weekend, and I can guarantee it. No one but Geek Cred was there.
Was it really that empty?
And said nothing. Bruh. I don't want to talk. Okay. So I had heard stories about ONICON before going to ONICON. They were like, oh, okay, like ONICON isn't what it used to be. Like its attendance is way smaller. Wait, it doesn't what? It doesn't take panels?
Yeah, they don't do panels. The only thing they have like booths or something like that. For example, like say you want to get a table and you want to like bring like a console with a bunch of games, you could do that.
Oh, fuck.
But there's a swap meet you can do. Like you could bring your own table and like if you want to sell shit.
All right, we're gonna sell Canada. Canada's for sale. You would want some Canadian booty. No, I'm not gonna do that. We'll sell some shit. I got some shit that I'm getting rid of. ONICON happened. Honestly, I wasn't going in there with the highest of expectations. For one thing, one of the things that people seem to be dealing with not just ONICON itself, but with conventions in general, is the lack of communication. And ONICON was probably no different. Did some people have communication issues with ONICON? Geek Cred, if you wanted to come on the show, you could message me, let me know. I'll send you a link.
Yeah. It says contact Keith. Okay, maybe we could probably ask if we can like to be there as press,
Yay, Sonic, get on that. Because I don't want to pay. I want to go for free.
Maybe too.
So Geek Cred. If you want to come on, just let me know. Message me. Let me know if you message me on Discord though, because I have to use Discord on my phone.
Yeah.
And I don't want to post the link for the show in the chat for the show because we're lazy and we don't change it.
And also,
Yeah,
well, speaking of ONICON, I just might as well ask questions more about it too, because I didn't go this year. I was dealing with some commitments that weekend. So last time I went to ONICON was actually pre-COVID, like the last one before COVID hit. And what was that like between that? So is it still
the
as
last
empty as?
time I went,
Yeah.
just to kind of give you some idea, I believe was before fuck. Yeah, it was before fuck. No, it was uh, it was before Zelda was born.
So 18, 19, 17.
I think it was 2018 was the last time.
Hmm.
So I don't know for sure if that is the case, but that's when I kind of Chad and all them, or I think I known Chad. I remember we were hanging out. There's a when on the second floor of that convention center. There's like a little. If you go around the corner, there's like a little couch area with like bathrooms and shit like that,
Yeah, I remember
where
that.
the LARPing is. So
Yeah.
we were kind of hanging out there, like drinking and like just playing, like just playing music, like because people had drums and like Chad had a saxophone, so people were playing music.
Yeah, they were doing that outside of the I think they were doing it outside of the formal dance, because I remember me and a girlfriend, I'll just say colleague Kale, that's her handle. We went inside the formal, and we were there for like 10 minutes. I was like, man, this shit is so fucking boring. And then we went out and everyone was like partying and shit outside of the formal.
That's because the fucking formal sucks, bro. I'm telling you, like formals suck. They're only people only go to them because it's a chance to dress up. They go, they eat the free fucking snacks they put out, they take some pictures, do 2 dances, and they're like, okay, it's too hot in Texas for this bullshit.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
get the
want
hell
to.
out of here.
Let's get the.
we're at
Let's
a
make
beach.
like.
We're at a beach.
That's right. Let's make like trees and get the fuck out of here. And and like there was no fucking formal this year. I will tell you that right now. There was no formal. I haven't been back. This is the first time I've been back in 7 years,
Wow.
at least. There was no formal. There was the rave twice, both nights. And it was not the ONICON that I remember. I remember they were advertising, making a big deal out of the adult market in the second floor. You have to be 18 and up to attend, right? They check your ID to get in.
Yeah.
And I remember like that was advertised and they were making a big deal out of it. And okay, the one thing I remember from ONICON, I remember the hallways being like busy because they had the artist alley in the hallways.
As compared to like being inside a room.
Right. No, this year the artist alley was inside the dealer's room.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's right. That was a big change. I do remember, like, I've seen like footage of it on TikTok of like people at ONICON, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a good change.
Oh, here he is, the man himself.
Yo.
What's up?
What is up?
I know the only reason why you came on here was to talk shit about ONICON.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things I did like about ONICON. It's just the one major issue is why I will never be a panelist for them again. But I mean, I did have a good weekend. I got to hang out on the beach with my daughter, my girlfriend. My dad even came out one day and hung out, and I saw a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time. A lot of other like panelists, YouTubers, and stuff like that that I personally know. So it was a fun time. It's just the one major issue that Jesse already knows about is that so I submitted to be a panelist, and they let me know about a week before that I got accepted, and then didn't let me know until a couple days before about 2 of my panels when they're going to be, and then one of my panels they didn't even tell me about. So like Friday morning, literally I saw a link on Facebook that they just dropped the guidebook, and found out an hour before my panel was supposed to start, called Hacking Your Hobbies, that it was scheduled at 1 p.m. And then not only that, but another panel that they hadn't even told me they accepted was scheduled at the exact same time. So that one had to be canceled. So yeah, no. The lack of communication is why like I'll never submit a panel for ONICON again.
That was an issue we were seeing leading up to ONICON, like on the Discord. People were saying, "Hey, did anyone get a submission? Did anyone get an email? Did anyone get et cetera, et cetera?" And I was like, "Okay, this is very unprofessional and disorganized. Like, how do you do this? Like the week of, not getting everybody to like, hey, here's your panel schedule. Here it is. Here's your room. Like that should have been like dealt with like a week, like in advance, like 2 weeks at least in advance, get, people prepared. It's like, hey, I need to take time off, for example, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because like me and my daughter were like blazing down I-45 trying to get down to Galveston, and we literally made it into the panel room like right as it was starting. And I had people
Dude,
in there, and my daughter had to go get the passes while I started the panel. And it's just like,
that was something that we talked about, the fucking communication. And I was mad, right? Because like I got my I didn't get my pass, but I got my what I was hosting on what day and what time. But the thing I didn't get, and I complained to you, bro, was like, hey, like I don't know why they gave me the start times, but they didn't tell me how long the panel was. I don't know how long the panel was, so I know how much fucking material to plan. Dude, they like karaoke was scheduled from on Saturday at 5 in the afternoon. I was like, okay, cool. That's kind of okay. That's fine. Maybe they want to run it, and they made it sound like maybe it was me misreading the fucking email, but it sounded like it was gonna be the last thing in that room. I was like, okay, I can run it all night. No, karaoke was from 5 until 6.
wow.
5 in the afternoon until 6 p.m. Saturday, and we had to be out of there in time for the drag show, which ran after us, and that was TK's group running that. And I'm like, okay, that I don't mind running karaoke for an hour. No, actually, I did mind because I'm like, it takes an hour to set up, which they did give us the setup time. They're like, okay, you want it, you need an hour to set up, you got it, perfect. They didn't tell me it was only going to be a fucking hour. Like, what the fuck do you think karaoke? What are going to have like 9 people fucking sing and call it a day? And so I remember messaging, not gonna say who, but I remember messaging, hey, we would like to relocate and reschedule karaoke to where it is. We want to run it longer for an hour, and they communicate with us. Like this all happened Friday night, leading into Saturday morning. They were really cool about communicating with us then, but this happened over Facebook Messenger, right? This didn't happen over email. So they put us in a smaller room, which I'm fine with because it was a smaller con anyway. And they put us at 10. There was no advertising, so we kind of had to do our own shit. But it was 30 minutes after my fan fiction panel, so we started setting up. We had to bring everything up. The panel started late, but we ran until 3 a.m. And that was the highlight of the night for me, karaoke, because we made it work. We had fun with the few people that were there. But I wish I'd been giving like in times, because fan fiction, it helps me kind of coordinate with my schedule. And I wish they had given me like more panel times. Like, let me run fan fiction Friday and Saturday. I wanted to say like thank you so much for letting me be on your fucking panel. That was actually fun.
Oh, that turned out so good. You and my other friend G, man, y'all. Without y'all, that would have been just like me and my daughter yelling at each other for an hour incoherently. Like that was so much fun. I'm glad y'all joined in.
Like he's definitely a much bigger anime fan than I am. I could speak like on the general like viewpoint. Like I'm not a hard. I'm not. I don't. I am considered a weeb because I'm obsessed with Dragon Ball, but because that's really the only thing I fuck with. And it's not actually true. I like a lot of anime. I just don't like anime as much as like the hardcore weebs. He like went into deep. Oh, have y'all seen? He brought up a random fucking show. Oh, have y'all seen episode 8 of so and so? And everybody like raised their fucking hands. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I felt like, you ever seen those shows where like the nerds are talking about like this random fucking show, and they're like, oh yeah, I seen that. I remember that episode, and they all talk about it, and all the people that are not nerds are like, "What the fuck are they
G
talking
is
about?"
like a legit he mostly focuses on video games, but he is an articulate motherfucker. Like he actually has written like I think like actual reviews for publications, and he's just a really smart guy. I wouldn't say so much he's a bigger anime fan. He's just really articulate, and he'll like every time I wanted to say something, he would say it first like 10 times better. Just like, well, he just said what I was gonna say, but way better.
No, like he's very articulate. Like it took a lot for me to actually keep up with him. Like
Hmm.
I actually had to fucking try, which is crazy because in these kind of panels, it's mostly a lot of arguing. But I had to bring shit up, like okay, do you know this is the reason why this happened. This is the reason why that happened. This is what led to that. This is what led to this, and that's what old school shit. But like when it came to the new school shit, I had no fucking clue. But to kind of give Sonic an idea of how Onicon was, Saturday was Sunday's Delta.
Saturday was Sunday's Delta. That's really wow. Okay, I'm just thinking about it. Just I was like, yeah, okay.
Probably with less people.
Jeez. And that's supposed to be the peak day.
Have y'all heard any numbers on attendance?
No. I don't think they do that.
Mm.
And if I had to guess, I would say like 1,000 people, like 2,000 people, 2 or 3,000 people.
Most of the vendors I talked to were really disappointed. Like pretty much everybody I talked to said nobody made money.
So I did talk to several vendors, and we're gonna wait till we get to that. So let's talk about the panels. So Friday's attendance, Sonic, was less. What con do I compare it to? Remember Waifu Fest?
Oh, that one that was at near Hobby Airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember their Saturday? That was Oni's Friday.
Oni's Friday. Sheesh.
And their Saturday was like Delta's Sunday. And their Sunday was a little bit better than their Friday, actually. Their Sunday actually was better than their Friday. I was kind of surprised. But now, panel-wise, they didn't have a lot of panels. ONICON was weird this year. I saw a lot of my ex-girlfriends there. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I need to stop dating in the fucking community. And like,
I know how you feel. I used to do Rocky Horror Picture Show. One day I walked into the theater where they did it. It's like there was like 8 people I slept with. It's like I really need to start using Tinder and stop dating goth chicks.
I need to stop eating I need to stop shitting where I eat. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. And then like because I saw one of my ex-girlfriends, and she dates a photographer, and she runs the Disney karaoke or sing along.
Oh yeah, that panel's pretty nice. I've heard a lot of good things.
Oh, that's your ex?
She's the one with the Walt Disney shirt, the black one.
I know you're talking about.
And like, so she showed up. So when your kid showed up, first off, I think I fucked up. I think this one's on me. Karaoke. I'm not sorry. The Super Cosplay Dating Game Show was Friday at like 3 in the fucking. It was in the afternoon. It was in the middle of the afternoon, and it was not 18 plus. I think I fucked up and did not. I assumed.
My daughter did enjoy it, and she's just a gigantic troll, but she enjoyed doing that so much.
To share the story. What the fuck, Deacon? Are you gonna? Do you want to come on and like
talk about goth chicks? Because he brought up goth chicks.
Yeah. Do you want to come on and talk about how you'll let Rhea Ripley step on you for $5? So the dating game had like 10 people because the Friday was not even like it was. I already had a bad feeling about Friday, and so it didn't say 18 plus. So we had. Okay, and I made it. Okay, this is normally an 18 plus panel. As soon as I mentioned this is an 18 plus panel, like half
the people left.
Half the people were getting up ready to leave. And I'm like, but we're not 18 plus. We're all ages, so just try to keep the jokes tasteful, right? So I need a volunteer, and so one girl volunteer happened to be Geek Cred's daughter, and she announced her age, and like nobody wanted to participate whatsoever. No one wanted to get up, and I pointed at 3 random guys. It was a light Yagami, the dude from Demon Slayer, the Tangerine or whatever,
Tanjiro.
Mexican guy. I'm like, hey, you Thunder, get on my fucking stage and answer questions. And so it was funny because the entire time, okay, this is no longer, you're not like, you're pretty much competing to see who's going to date her mom. He's like, oh, okay, well, there's my dad right there. And they all like, okay, yeah, like, what does your mom look like? Is she hot? She's single? Well, she's like, well, my dad's right there. And she points at Geek Cred in the fucking audience. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? I didn't know that was your kid. Like, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah. He like, who thinks they, one of the questions he asked, like, who thinks they can beat up my dad? And I remember you were on your phone and you looked, I don't know if you were or not, but you looked up. You're like, what? I think she was trying to get you to fight someone in the parking lot.
No, that's just my kid. She has like she's a troll. Like she likes to cause chaos in Discord. Like she's just an agent of chaos.
Yeah, she is. I realized that this weekend. And so the best part was that somebody was coming into my panel and they heard me make the jokes about Chuck E. Cheese's. Like, oh yeah, hey, Chuck E. Cheese's is the best place to pick up single moms. So my ex heard the jokes, right? And she starts bad mouthing me. Like, but this was outside. And she starts bad mouthing me to this random stranger, like, oh my God, he's so fucking immature. He needs to fucking grow up and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, excuse me, bitch. I have a 401k. I had insurance. I don't anymore because I don't have a job. But I had dental, vision, life insurance. I have a 401k, a retirement plan. Maybe a savings for my kid when she goes to college. You still, I'm not going to talk about it. I've never once said anything bad about her, not personally, not privately or publicly like this. But like, I saw like 3 ex-girlfriends at this fucking convention. And since it's such a small con, I kept seeing them around the con. I was like, God damn it. And like 2 of them didn't have beef with me. I actually hung out with 2 of them, and she was the only one that had issues. I'm like, and I had to explain to her, look, I'm an entertainer. I'm a panelist and I'm an entertainer. That's what I do. I come here to make you laugh. I put asses in seats and I make you laugh. And hopefully that will like kind of snag into coming back to the convention next year or snag into coming to more of my panels at other conventions, which, by the way, some of the vendors recognize who I was and they love the fact that I was hosting panels there because they have attended my panels. Like some of the vendors even knew who I was because they knew I was a panelist. And so your kid kind of scared away half my audience. That was great. That was funny. Friday night, the rave. We did post videos of the rave and the concert, not to make the convention itself look bad, but to show everybody like what it was like that didn't go. Sonic, you saw those videos. What did you think? I mean, you didn't go to the con, but you saw the videos I posted, man. What did you
of the day of the raves and all that stuff?
Yeah, that was Friday night's rave, the video I posted.
Oh,
and then the concert was Saturday.
Yeah, that was kind of sad, to be honest with you, because the Saturday one, the concert, the guest was actually like a musician from Japan and just traveling, 20 plus hours in Japan just to get that small attendance. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that I would feel if I was in that position, but I'd be like pretty disappointed in a way where it's like,
I mean, if you get paid, what does it matter? Like,
I mean, yeah, you get paid, but at the same time, like, if it wasn't for the money or anything like that, but if you see so many people like, oh, this is the amount of people I would get in here, like when you want to make more money, it's like, okay, maybe I won't do a US tour or something like that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I've seen like, okay, at Comic Palooza years back, y'all know the band Iconopop?
No.
They did that really stupid song, I Want It.
Mm-mm.
So Comic Palooza got them. They're actually a really popular band. And they played at Comic Palooza, and their attendance at that con was absolute shit. Because they were on Friday night and just nobody showed up. I mean, there was like a really small crowd, but it wasn't like big. But it's like, I think if you're playing at a con and nobody shows up, I don't think it's always reflective of your popularity. It's more like, is the con advertising y'all? Is the con like, and y'all talked about it before. There's cons that you stay at the con, and there's cons that you commute back and forth. And like one thing with ONICON, a lot of the people that were going to ONICON were not staying at hotels in the area. They were commuting back and forth.
Yeah,
Right?
I noticed that because we did talk to people. Because when we got our confirmation of the panels 2 weeks prior to the convention, and so we made the announcement, hey, on Discord, like, we're going to be at ONICON this year, and somebody commented, "Oof," and now I know why. But we tried to. I did go on the website and tried to book a hotel, and they were like really fucking expensive. This was the week prior to the convention. It was $300 a night for the Hilton, and it was like going to come out to like $700 or $800, and I forgot how much or why. But I'm like, this is not going to fucking work. We're going to have to figure something out. And I remember talking to Reinhardt, and I was like, okay, we found a Red Roof Inn. It was ghetto as fuck, but it was perfect. It was $300 for the 2 nights.
Fuck.
Which is
Man.
kind of standard for most conventions anyway.
I need a. If you ever want to like split a room or something, I'm like technically a spouse of my friend who works at a Hilton, so I get his little like team member discount. So like for Etchy Expo, I booked a hotel for like $50 a night at San Marcos. So like if you ever uh want a roommate for one of the cons, hit me up. We can split a cheap room.
Okay. So so yeah, as to kind of go back to let me relax because I was on the phone texting while I was talking to y'all. So like Friday, I did have fun. We hijacked one of their empty tables and started like soliciting to people like, hey, do you have 30 minutes to talk about how Bleach is mid or One Piece sucks? Or like just random anime. We actually drew like 6 people to our fucking table, and we were like scarfing down Whataburger at the same time. By the way, all the restaurants in the Galveston area near the convention center packed. There was a homecoming game that same weekend, and it was filled with fucking teenagers. I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, like I thought your kid invited all of her friends. I'm like, oh no. But they were older teenagers. Yours was a little bit younger, but Saturday was a little bit better. We hung out in one area helping my friend pass out her free bracelets. I'm like, hey, free bracelets, they're free. They you can harness the power of friendship and ass whoopings at the same time. And we helped her do that. I saw my ex run. I saw another ex, the one that was talking shit, run her Disney fucking panel, her Disney karaoke, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm thinking about being petty next year and bringing my daughter to come sing at her karaoke panel just to piss her off. Or I don't have to be petty. I can be the adult. But we all know I don't operate like that. Oh, Sonic has a staff meeting at home. I did enjoy my fan fiction panel. That had a good turnout.
I'll be back.
All right, yeah, you're fine. Turn off the camera. There you go. Overall, I think panel wise though, they didn't really have a lot. I mean, did you count how many panels they had?
There was a good. I feel like they had a good variety, and one thing I have to say is like I think it's also maybe I'm biased because there was a lot of people I knew there, like my friend Omega, my friend G, Linkara, his wife. Not they're not friends, but they're acquaintances, and they always do really badass panels. So I think I felt like a lot of the panels that I did see there were actually really well done. Like if I think I saw you walk into Linkara's atop the fourth wall for a little bit. He's the guy with the top hat. He does a YouTube channel called The Top of the Fourth Wall, where basically he kind of like summarizes comic books and manga.
Oh,
And he usually like does.
was it the guy who started his panel reading from a fucking script?
Yeah,
Oh god! As soon as he started doing that, I walked the fuck out. I was like, I'm fucking
It,
done.
I mean, it was. It was. I mean, it's a show. It's something he records, and yes, like I know interactive is better, but he put on a performance, and I like his stuff. I watch his stuff quite often. And then his wife did a panel about Japanese commercials in the morning, and it's really funny. And no, but also my friend Omega did a couple trivia ones, and he did talking about classic anime and stuff. And my friend G, he does actually a really. He had a whole panel on Sonic merchandise, and he had a bunch of like rare shit and like obscurities and talking about the history of Sonic merch. And because that's his main pull is that he's a big Sega guy. He has like a complete Genesis collection, and so like he does videos on Sega. He did a complete review of like every single 32X games recently. But like his panels are actually really interesting, and he'll go over different topics, different video game history things. But I really did enjoy a lot of the panels this weekend. Like I said, maybe I'm a little bit biased because a lot of the panels I went to were ones that people I knew were running them. But I feel like ONICON did get a lot of competent people running panels. It wasn't just like some cons you go to, it's a lot of like 16-year-old kids, and it just kind of devolves into, screaming matches and, dumb kids running around and not being organized. And one thing I have to say about ONICON is like whenever you register for a panel there, they want to know what your panel's about, but they also have a thing at the bottom where have you done this panel before? How many times have you done this? And I feel like, their selection of panelists was decent this year compared to some other cons that I've been to.
Well, here's the thing, and this is where I'm gonna
I am back.
disagree. Welcome back, Sonic from the bathroom. Even though, nah, I will say this: when it comes to, I get where you're coming from. I have to almost completely disagree with you because for like, and I'll give a reason as to why I disagree. Um, so every con I've ever applied for, or at least most of them, right? There are a few that don't do this. A lot of the conventions do ask you, "Have you hosted this panel? Can you name the conventions that you hosted at? Can you describe the panel for the program? Can you describe the panel to us? Is there
Yeah.
anything else we need to know about this panel?" Those are pretty standard. There are a few conventions that don't ask those questions, but I think ONICON, it's not that they were being picky, because I don't know how you felt they were, because I'm just going based off of how I kind of took what you said, that they were kind of being selective with their panels. I don't think they were being selective. I think legitimately not a lot of people were interested, because now if you look at panels nowadays, a lot of panels are usually run by the same fucking groups. And not throwing any shade at any of my buddies. No shade to Zeros of Heroes. No shade to Suffering, Pixelation, to James, to Asian Alex. No shade to all of our friends. No shade to you. You guys are usually at all the fucking conventions hosting panels, and yo, what the fuck? Oh no, I ran him off.
Nah, I
Uh,
probably got disconnected.
probably got
But no,
disconnected.
I wanted to add to that where you mentioned how like some of these conventions they ask all these questions like to be picky and stuff. Also, because like they try to prevent like I think it's like in a little bit like a low key. I think they're also trying to prevent like bots or spam or anything like that, and then like also filtering out the ones that are like, okay, this one would fit our convention or this one would do this. And also because like they want to prevent people from like the other reason they're just applying a panel is that they'll just get a free badge, but when they actually get there they'll cancel the panel or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that is a big issue that's been an issue for years though. But legitimately, like with ONICON, I just think there was a lack of content submitted. Because if you look at their schedule, I felt like there were a lot of now some of those gaps were to allow setup, which I fucking think that they did great with. Like I asked for an hour setup time, they gave me that hour. Like that was great.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, though, when we changed it at the last minute, I only had 30 minutes from the end of my panel till the start of karaoke. 30 minutes isn't a lot because we're not just lugging the fucking equipment with us everywhere we go. So we had to go and get it from the van, bring it over. That took like 20 minutes. And then we started 30 minutes. And then we had equipment fucking malfunctions because it was sending the sound from the computer to the speaker's stereo, not mono. So it was splitting the sound. We couldn't figure out why the fuck it was doing that. And we couldn't run a actual test to figure out where the connection was going wrong because we didn't have a lot of time. So we just like had to ghetto rig it again. And like, I think that ONICON is really lacking like people that are willing to participate and contribute to the convention and make it better. And that's where we want to come in. We want to help them make the convention better. Because if I'm going to speak personally and honestly with my biased opinion, I try to stay neutral in these things, but I'm going to speak. ONICON was the first convention I ever attended. ONICON will always have that place in my heart. But I saw someone at the con. They probably saw me. I don't give a fuck if they did or didn't. Because first off, me and them, we don't like each other. And I'll be petty all fucking day to them. But this person has significantly aged since the last time I saw them. And I don't want to talk bad about their appearance, but you could tell they aged. And I look at all of us, and we're getting older too. Like a couple of the panelists are married. Some of us have kids. The kids are getting older. And, you know, as much as we would like to host panels, we can't do it forever. Eventually we will
have to. It's inevitable, you know, that like we have to step away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like John Cena, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura, who are all getting ready to retire. Like eventually it's going to have to come to the point where we're going to have to walk away. And is that what we want? No, but it's just something that we can't do full time. Could we still do our events at select conventions? Yeah. And that's the thing. That's where it goes by that Geek Cred was talking about. Like they have a lot of 16-year-olds running screaming matches. Our panels start off as screaming matches. We had the versus panels. We had Naruto versus
Pokemon versus Digimon.
Pokemon versus Digimon. We had Dragon Ball versus Naruto. We had My Little Pony versus Homestuck because those were the two popular things at the time.
Yeah.
We did Code Geass versus Death Note, which I don't know how that even worked because they're not even.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, how the hell does that would? It's like apples versus oranges.
I mean, yeah. I think it's because like Code Geass, he was like using the Geass to make people kill themselves and follow his orders, and he was manipulating everybody. Where like Death Note is kind of the same way, where he's manipulating everyone with the Death Note and killing people with Light's Diary.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. You either go out like Ric Flair or you keep going like Ric Flair. Wow.
Yeah, that's the sad part. knowing about Ric Flair and all that stuff.
Yeah, how many retirement matches has he fucking had?
I don't know. Probably not as much as like Terry Funk. Terry Funk had a shit ton of retirement matches.
Okay, Geek Cred's back. I got a notification that he came back.
Okay, he is back. All right, cool.
Sorry, my phone died and I couldn't find the charger.
Okay.
No, you're good. It's okay. That's usually the beauty of Geeks Fire. We always have technical difficulties.
Right, and I gave this whole fucking speech, man. What the fuck? Anyways.
I'll go back and watch it later.
Wait, who else? Oh, I think it gave the little notification sound that somebody else joined, but I think it was the delay notification. It was like telling me, "Oh, he's back. Get off your ass."
Coming off?
No, Deacon will be on here Thursday. We're gonna do an interview with Deacon because he's gonna. So Deacon Rap is the official sponsor of Geeks 5 Ever for the month of October.
Yeah.
That's right.
Quick plug: he's going to be performing at the Gamma Bar Halloween event that's happening next Friday. Right, that's what it is, right?
I don't know.
Yes. I think so. Yeah, hold on.
That costs money.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's the.
If somebody want to like not cash at me because I owe them money. Somebody watching the show want to Venmo me so I can get like Burger King or something. Oh wait, here we go. Another. What the hell? Crybaby posted a comment, but it's just blank.
Oh, it's a heart it's emojis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like celebration emojis.
Somebody put burger emojis. I'm starving. I'm fucking hungry. I don't
Burgers in
have
the chat.
bro. Like I didn't even buy Pokemon. Before somebody's like, "You bought Pokemon?" They're like, how the fuck do you not have? I didn't buy Pokemon. Someone bought it for me, and I sold my Eddie Guerrero figures. I'll take it. I'll take anything. I is the poor. I is the broke. I is the broken. But yeah, I sold my Eddie Guerrero figures, and I fucking cried. I legitimately cried. One of them I've had. I got. Did y'all freeze?
No.
Oh my god, y'all are so good at fucking standing still. I freaked the fuck out. One of the Eddie Guerrero figures I've had since Toys R Us was still open. I got it at Toys R Us. It was the Latino Heat. Fuck y'all. It was the Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero with the flower thing he gave to China.
Oh, that one. Okay. That's a rarity.
I know. And the crazy thing is, like, that one wasn't hard to find back then. The hard one to find was the WCW United States Championship Eddie Guerrero in the white outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I stumbled on it at a Walmart on clearance for $7 back in April.
That's really good.
That's why I like collecting like retro video game stuff. Like if I can get it cheap enough and just like keep it and play with it, but if I ever am hard up, I can just like always have like a PS Vita that I can flip, or some like a PS3 backwards compatible that I can flip for some cash if I'm hard up.
Yeah, sometimes you find a lot of good stuff at like clearance is always like a collector or like someone's best friend. You can find a lot of stuff on clearance like you wouldn't expect. The last few days I found some stuff on clearance. Like I don't know, this Walmart exclusive Jericho was like $5 at Walmart. I was like, okay, sure, I'll take it.
It's funny because Misfit Toys, when I took all my AEW figures to sell to them, so I got all of them for like $3 at Ross.
Yeah.
The guy just looked at me like, these cost more to print than they actually make.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, tariffs have officially hit Ross. Their anime figures are now,
they got up in price.
They have gone up in price. Some of them are
Yeah.
$4 more expensive now than they were before.
Yeah, I was at Ross earlier today. Like I went to a couple of them because I was looking for like figs and stuff. And yeah, I saw the price. I was like, man, what the hell? They used to be like $10. Yes, like
I got
a few weeks ago.
I got a late birthday gift from Zarek.
Oh, that's nice. That Gohan.
Well, he got me the Gohan and the Goku Super Saiyan 3. I don't have the box, but it's this one right here.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I've seen that so many of them at Ross.
$21.99 for that one, and this one is $20. These used to be $16.
Yeah, they used to do them. I'm surprised the AEW figures haven't went up in price. They're still like $3.
Yeah, because they still because nobody fucking wants. Like the anime figures, the AEW figures aren't imports.
Yeah, they're not. But if you do, but sometimes also I found this. I posted it yesterday, but I found that at it's like that Amazon store. It's called Woot, which is pretty much like they're trying to get rid of shit. I found like from Shaman King. It was like $5. So I was like, oh, I took it.
Why is he always half naked?
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not really big into wrestling, but isn't a lot of like the wrestling memorabilia, like the figures and stuff, printed in or made in Mexico nowadays?
Yeah, they've all. Well, Jack specific, no.
Mattel used to be in China. Now they're doing it in Vietnam. That's why the quality is kind of like declined a little bit.
But the price has gone up.
Yeah, the price has gone up. Ultimate Edition's like almost $40. I'm like, what the
AEW figures have always been a shittier quality than the WWE figures. The WWE figures are stiffer, so they have more of a. When you pose them, they'll actually stand on their fucking own and keep the pose. AEW figures, and I don't like what they're doing with the new toys. The fucking ankle.
The ankle pivot and all that.
Yeah, I hate that. That fucking sucks. Anyways, going back to ONICON. I mean, honestly, bro, like if everyone could just like come together at ONICON next year, we could actually help them and improve the convention itself. I feel like I know Geek Cred's probably not going to run panels anymore if that happens again. Yeah, he already like I was talking to him Sunday and I tried to convince him. I was like, "Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Just
I
one
just have
hit,
too
man.
much.
Just one."
I think if I didn't, okay, so I'm not going to go into a lot of personal shit, but I have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now with my family, and it's like my time is like so fucking precious, and it's like I literally have to like coordinate everything with my family right now, and it's just like I at this point in my life I can't not know about stuff last minute until last minute. I can't work that way anymore. Like I have to let work know about like, shit in advance. I have to let people know what my schedule is going to be for the week. I can't wait until a fucking 3 days before a con, what my schedule is going to be, when I'm going to have to show up there, when I'm going to have to leave. I can't work like that. And fool me once, shame on you.
Hold,
Fool me twice, shame on me. But like, I can't work like that. So I'm not going to do it again. If they
hey,
got somebody different to run the panels, I might come back. But if it's going to be the same people, I just can't risk it.
whoever just sent me money on Cash App, don't do that. Because I owe Cash App money.
Do it through Venmo or Zelle.
Yeah, you got to do it through Venmo because I owe them $200 and I'm gonna pay it when I get a chance. But every time you send me money on Cash App, it will go to the ether. And so
Yeah,
whoever
they'll
sent
take it.
me, they literally just took it, bro. Like, like it's gone.
It's a gone now.
It's gone. It's gone into the it's gone into the ether. Fuck. And I'm just like, I'm looking at my cat because I open up my Cash App to see how much I owe, and it's like re-log in, and it only does that when somebody sends me money. I'm like, oh shit. Ah, fuck. No. I'm so fucking. Anyways, yeah. So I know who sent me money. I'm not gonna say who, but yeah. Sorry, it went. Yeah, I'll post it right now. I'll post it right now. Uh, uh, no, yeah, ONICON is like, but the reason why we're kind of led into the toy discussion, because ONICON was a convention I started attending almost 20 years ago. In 2 years, it'll be 20 years since I've started attending conventions. Since the first, and I even cosplayed at that ONICON. I showed up at ONICON in regular clothes, and by the end of Friday night, I was in a full Naruto cosplay. Mind you, I bought the Naruto jacket at the con. I had to go to like a party city to buy like the jail costume, like because I needed orange pants for Naruto.
Oh, the jumpsuit, yeah.
So I bought the orange jumpsuit and I tied it around my waist. Because like they don't really make those for like the one I got was like if you're too tall, it'll right up your midsection and try to split you in half. So I had to tie it at the waist. And yeah, I mean, I remember getting that shitty hair glue dye crap, whatever, and putting in my hair and I remember walking. I even bought the fucking sandals, bro. Like they did not make those bitches in my size. So my fucking foot, I had to squeeze my fucking foot into them.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Comicpalooza a couple years ago. I did the Star Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I was trying to look for like the long boots, but I didn't really have long boots at the time because it was like super last minute. And I borrowed like my uncle's motorcycle boots, and they were so tight on me, like I was barely walking. But by the time I like took them off, and like days later, I was like blisters all over my feet. I was like, oh my god, these things are so tight.
Yeah, like that's the one thing I hate. Like if you're like this, it's better now. Because they so back then cosplaying wasn't as mainstream as it is now, right? Where you could just go on any website. You can fucking go on Amazon and like find a cosplay or Walmart.com and find like authentic cosplay, right? Back then we had to like go to like these Chinese vendors. Like obviously the vendor itself wasn't Chinese, but they got their shit like from China. And like they had like these really shitty quality cosplays. And so you had to damn it. Give me a second, guys.
Yeah, to like make shit and all that.
Yeah, you had to like, well, like the cosplays were like shitty quality, and they didn't go
Yeah.
above a certain size.
Yeah, you had to like adjust it, or like maybe go find a tailor or something like that to like adjust it. And especially compared back then to nowadays, at Spirit Halloween, you can get like pretty good quality costumes. Like uh there's people I know who got some of their stuff from Spirit Halloween. It's like, okay, after a little bit of adjusting and like tweaking and all that stuff, they were able to make it work. Um but yeah, as
I
you
I shared my Venmo, by the way, on the general chat of the Discord, because I didn't want to like, because my Venmo has my legal name, and I didn't want to put that on the
yeah, no, I
on the
get that.
show, so I just like posted it. But no, like you were to add to that, like back then they weren't even officially licensed, the cosplays, or at least for the most part they weren't.
Mhm.
They were crappy quality. They didn't really fit. Like the shoes didn't go like past like a size 11, and I wore a fucking size. I wear a size 14.
Mhm.
Yeah, some shoes are like size S, size M, size L,
Like,
and
what the
you
fuck does that even mean?
yeah, it's
It,
like
it's so crazy. I tell the kid nowadays because like it's a kind of a controversy when you see anything unofficial nowadays in like the vendor halls and stuff. Like it's a big deal. But it's like, man, you look back at like, cons from like the late '90s, early 2000s, everything from like the costumes, the figures, the DVDs, everything was bootleg. There was like no
yeah.
legal stuff at cons back in the day.
There
Yeah, it
was
was. It was.
yeah, dude, it was funny because uh someone on YouTube posted like old G4 stuff, and they used to have like this award show, right?
Hmm.
And they had like these performances related to like the game of the year, right? They did one on Kingdom Hearts, and the person playing Sora, the costume looked like such like a bootleg, and I'm like, okay, I understand because the game just came out, but it's like that's what it was back then. That was an official cosplay
Hmm.
compared to like nowadays they could probably just do it easily.
Yeah, like nowadays it's amazing. It looks great. Uh, Now if you find, like you said, if you find bootleg shit now, it's just like, oh my god, what the fuck? No, 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 no. But back then, if you found, it was like rare to find officially licensed shit. Like now, like, and
You
like,
go Spared Halloween.
yeah, like you can go to, I go to halloweencostumes.com, and they have so much officially licensed like
Yeah,
Hmm.
they
cosplay
got
shit on there.
yeah, like again, like I mentioned Spirit Halloween. I go to Spirit Halloween like the last few years, and I haven't even been to this year, but I've seen like official, like, oh, My Hero Academia official. It has like the Toei animation, all that stuff. It has like all the Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, and just it was really impressive how they were able to do that nowadays, because back then, like 20, 30 years ago, you didn't see that kind of stuff like at a Target or at a Walmart. It was like obscure, but nowadays it's just pretty common.
Oh man. Whenever Party City closed down, I bought a whole bunch of like stuff from their like discount. Like I got my daughter a Nezuko cosplay for like $10, a Sakura cosplay for like $8. Just a whole bunch of like anime stuff, like
Yeah.
dirt cheap and good quality too.
It's, and Onicon used to sell. Like I bought the Naruto jacket that I bought back then was officially licensed though, because I think you could get it at a Hot Topic, because that's when Hot Topic started to sell anime shit.
Mhm.
And I remember because I bought two Naruto cosplays. I spent $300 that weekend putting that Naruto cosplay. I bought a Naruto cosplay, and I'm like, okay, and I was like, okay, is this extra large? Yes, it's extra large. Okay, cool. So I tried it on. It won't fit around my fuck shoulders.
No.
It's XL by Asian standards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to like
I
some.
did
Yeah,
not know that back then.
yeah, that's true. To be fair, yeah, again, like Goku mentioned, some people don't know that. Some of them, for example, like I bought a shirt at Delta, and it was like a Japanese. It was straight from Japan, the shirt, and I asked, "Oh, it's a large," and there's like, "Oh, you mean XL?" I'm like, "No, I just want a large." No, it's XL because it's like the conversion and all that stuff. Like, oh, okay, then thanks for letting me know though, because like I saw the shirt how it looked in medium, and I was like, yeah, that's basically doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on you, bro. Trust me, just get a bigger size. I'm like, oh, okay.
one of the most messed up jokes I've ever seen was they were making fun of like how like stuff from Asia
Yeah.
is like
Oh,
different
absolutely.
and like go ahead.
No, I don't know why. Like, no, it's cutting off and I stopped. Sorry. I was gonna fucking internet connection. This won't
No, I
happen.
was gonna say there's a joke about someone trying to buy a medium and it was like a North Korean 20XL.
Yeah, no, like we're not trying to like make fun of people or
But there is a difference, not like to that extreme, but there is a difference
it's like, oh,
between
that comes off as insensitive or as racist. There is a big difference between the people. It's like, okay, like the stereotype, oh, Mexicans are all short. That stereotype is only true for like the people that live in the fucking small towns or the villages.
the people with like a lot of Native American blood. I know what you're talking about.
No, we got fucking native blood. We got Aztec blood, Mayan blood. I mean, what you want, man? I'm like a drug dealer here, man. What you need, man? What you need?
Have you seen
Man,
that
all
thing?
all my Mexican family looks like the like Spanish motherfuckers.
We all
There
look
was
like
that
natural.
Tall, like blue eyes.
There was a meme. Someone mentioned this on TikTok, and it's kind of painfully accurate in a way. Where someone mentioned that like in terms of like Hispanic thing, they're like, why does every Hispanic family have that one cousin that looks like the Rizzler? And I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's kind of true.
Oh my god.
And I said to myself, I mean, you didn't have to say it, but you're not wrong.
No,
Are
they're not.
the fact whenever you see Hispanics here in American television, they all look like dark and short and stuff. But whenever you watch like stuff from Mexico, they're all tall and European looking and shit.
Yeah, or shows
That's
that
because like
or shows that take place in Mexico have like a yellow filter.
yeah,
It's like
we got that Latino blood, man. I will tell everybody. I tell everybody now. Then they ask you, "Oh, are you like Hispanic?" I'm Latino. I prefer to go with the Latino label rather than the Hispanic label because I have dark hair, brown eyes, and the reason why I look a little paler right now because of the fucking light on the camera because I have it turned on. It doesn't like adjust. It's got like blinding, but I'm pretty like brown. I haven't been in the sun lately, but I'm pretty brown as it is. I do have an uncle that I had an uncle who had blonde hair and colored eyes. He's no longer here. But I mean, it's that Spanish blood. That's the Hispanic part. But for me, mostly, I got like that. I got them fucking pyramid building fucking hands and Minecraft genetics. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But for other countries and cultures, like when they're the way they measure shit. And if you don't believe us, look in your fucking shoes. Right? It has different fucking. I don't have my shoes here. But the shoes say U.S. and then UK and then like.
yeah.
Some other fucking place. So they do have different measurements for different countries, right? What might be extra large over there is like children over here. And it's not like there are some big fucking kids. There was a 13-year-old who was like 6'5".
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them like that, and also like vice versa. There are like 25, 30-year-olds who look like they should be in middle school or high school. And I'm
And
like,
there are 35-year-olds that look like they're ready to sign up for Medicare.
yeah, I've seen that meme where it's like, people, if you're in the 80s and you're in the 30s, you look like you're ready to like kick the bucket. But today in your 30s, you kind of look younger.
Yeah,
like,
no,
Well,
because
have you
like
pictured of like Archie Bunker when he was like 45? Like he looked like an old ass man.
Yeah, I thought he was like 50 or 60 years old, and I found out he was like in his like mid 40s. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
like not to okay, I'm not gonna say that, but no, it's good. Yeah, there are a lot of fuck. I'm trying to think of the movie where the guy from Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No, the other guy, the friend, the one. With
Oh,
Kramer?
Jason Alexander.
Wasn't he like in his 30s?
George Costanza. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in his
Yeah, he
30s.
was in his 30s.
Yeah, George was in his 30s.
They were all in their
that guy
fucking
looked older
30s.
than me. I'm 40, and I look younger than him when he was like in his 30s and shit.
And then
Yeah.
you
At
have
least
Ric
I
Flair,
think
who's
so.
been in his 60s for the past 40 years.
Or
Jesus
like
Christ.
y'all know Elvira, right? Cassandra Peterson.
Yeah.
Like I saw her the other day. Like she was on something, and she's like in her 70s, and it's like, damn. I don't think I ever wanted to do stuff to myself while looking at a 70-year-old before.
What
I'm
the
just kidding.
fuck, bro?
Kidding,
Anyways,
kidding,
nah,
kidding.
I mean, it's attractive as she is, she ain't fucking natural. There's no fucking way.
Oh,
Like apply tape, like they apply some kind of like,
oh
and
yeah.
then they pull it back with like this fucking string, and it like lifts their face up. I've fucking legitimately seen that, and I've seen people talk about that because they actually do it, and it fucking works. So
Mm.
the magic of makeup and high definition. But ONICON, overall, Sonic, if you would have gone, I don't think you probably would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, probably didn't miss much, huh?
And it's sad, bro. Like, I want to help ONICON. They don't. I don't want ONICON to die. They're the first con I ever went to. I don't want them to die. I don't want Toys R Us to die, even though it kind of went away. It didn't die. It went away in the United States, and it's trying to sneak its way back in. It never died. It was always in Canada. Apparently, Canada has all the good shit, and we ain't got crap here.
Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, like you don't want something to die. It's like really sad, especially something that you've grown up going to. But then when you see it, it's like, okay, you want to help out, but it's like, okay, it's gonna be a bit challenging. Like, what do we have to do? You know what I mean?
I think they need more people to try and give a fucking damn. Like, not
They need to
staff
bring.
wise.
They need to bring back some of the people that ran some of the different rooms. Like, do you remember Phil, who used to do the arcade room back in the day? Bald dude.
No,
Used to
I
wear a
know what
lot
you're
of
talking about. I never actually
yeah.
met him or saw him.
But he ran a good fucking arcade room, like with variety. Like the video game room they ran this year, all it was like Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat 1. It's
No
like
DDR, nothing.
no, just that, and then some switches. They were playing Smash, but like there was like no variety, just PS5s and Switches.
Yeah, it was just to kind of paint a picture for you, Sonic. It was a panel room with tables with consoles and TVs on every single one. No, only consoles.
Oh, okay.
And we're talking mainstream consoles.
PlayStation,
PlayStation, well, mostly PlayStation and Switches. I didn't see a single Xbox in there.
But back whenever Phil ran it, he did like tournaments. He had arcade cabs, pinballs, a bunch of rare video game stuff that from his personal collection. He would bring really cool prizes for tournaments and stuff. Like he ran a really badass, video game room. And then didn't they used to have like a library used to do a manga room with beanbag chairs back in the day, if I'm not mistaken?
Not that I remember. I do remember I didn't always go to the gaming room because for one thing that they do have still is the LARPing room. And the guy that used to be associated with the group that used to run it, I don't know if they still run it or if they're still talking, but one of the guys that was associated with that room was arrested and went to federal prison for human trafficking his girlfriend. And yeah, not cool, bro. Anyways, before I found out, I used to talk to that guy, and he always stunk, and the LARPing room always stunk because like a couple of the people there never in their fucking lives put on deodorant. So because it was so close to the gaming room, I stayed away from the game room. This LARPing room was stinky. It was this guy, you could smell him around the corner, bro. That's how bad it was.
Oh, sounds brutal.
But I did talk to some of the vendors, like you said you spoke. I did speak to some. Were there some vendors that were absolutely not happy this weekend with the attendance? Yeah, there were some actually that did better than others. We spoke to several vendors and they actually did really well, especially the Pokemon card vendor that sold all those cards to Reinhardt's. Reinhardt's bought so many fucking Pokemon cards. I'm pretty sure he put their kids through college. There was another vendor that did really well. They more than broke even.
Have you talked to any artists?
Yes, actually, I was going to get to that. We did speak to other vendors and artists. We got to keep in mind that when we say vendors, it's also including the artists because they were all in the same area. They were kind of split in half, but all the artists were like towards the back where the vendors were closer to the entrance. Some of the vendors were not happy. Some of the vendors, one of the vendors that we know that knew us said they didn't break even. They lost money. Another vendor said that a few of the Artist Alley people said they did lose money. A few that were local said that they did better than they were expecting. They broke even or did better because they were commuting back and forth. The people that traveled didn't do so well. They said that they didn't break even. They lost money. And yeah.
Did you ask them if they would come back?
No, because they were at the time, there was an ONICON staff member handing out the paper to all the vendors. It was like an application, like, hey, do you want to come back next year? This is the application for next year. One of them took it, folded it, and then wiped it on their ass.
Bro.
So that I don't feel like I needed to ask. And
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, did some vendors do better than others? Absolutely. Like some did better. Some made more than their money back. There was a lot of people in the dealer's room compared to the convention itself. The convention itself had 60% of the population inside the dealer's room at all times. The cosplay competition itself, by the way, shout out to Egg, who won the Best in Show award or won an award. Egg Cosplay.
Yeah, I got to hear her again.
She was there. I got to see her. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's good. I always enjoy seeing her.
Yeah.
Overall, though, like I think ONICON just lacked a lot of content. Now it could be just that a lot of people had setup times.
Also, that was also
to accommodate to people.
Also, it was the same weekend as it was opening weekend of Ren Fair too.
It was the opening weekend of the Renaissance Festival, but I feel like the Renaissance Festival itself doesn't really affect the anime community as much as like a Comic-Con would.
So I do have one thing I want to say. So my daughter did have quite a few friends that showed up there, like on Saturday especially, that did not buy passes but would hang out in like the lobby and then go across the street and like go to the beach and take pictures. I don't know if you noticed like a lot of people in cosplay there that I know this year they didn't have lanyards for the badges, but I noticed quite a few kids that would just come and hang out in the lobby, not go into the vendor room or not go into the panel room, but just kind of like hang out there and then just leave. Did y'all notice that? Or I mean, Jesse, did you notice that?
To repeat that again because my signal was fucking up.
Okay, so my daughter had a lot of friends from her high school that went up to ONICON without buying badges, hung out in the lobby and on the outside, did not go into the vendor hall or to any of the panels, but just basically hung out in the lobby area of the convention.
Okay, so we did talk briefly about that on Saturday about how for the panel rooms they didn't have anybody checking badges. The only people that were checking badges were in the dealer's room and the main events.
I feel like that should be backwards. Like if, like this is just my opinion. Maybe going forward, let people off the street come in and like go into the dealer's room and like advertise it as free. But like if you want to do the events, you have to pay extra. I don't know. That's just my opinion because I feel like you could pull a lot of people into the convention because there's a lot of people that go up to ONICON that I've noticed just through my daughter and her friends, like just broke teenagers will go up there, hang out at the beach, hang out in the lobby, and then just not buy passes.
No, yeah, you're right. I did see a lot of kids. There were definitely a lot of young, not kids, but teenagers or young adults. Saturday, didn't see a lot of badges, but then again, they didn't offer lanyards this year. Just to kind of share with you, Sonic, no
Wow.
lanyards.
That's
They
that's
had
interesting.
little clips that you would like to your shirt. Reigns had lanyards. Was it Reigns or somebody
Yeah.
else? Somebody had lanyards and they gave them to us. Like, here
I
you go,
brought
you
up
got
some
lanyards.
too on Saturday, I think.
I think it was you.
Oh,
It was probably you then, because we did run into you and we had lanyards Saturday. I think it was you because you
Right.
like,
There
hey, I
was
got some lanyards.
Yeah, that's kind of what that's what kind of why I always bring lanyards from home, like extra ones from like other conventions and stuff, just in case, because stuff like this could happen. And the fact that it actually happened, I'm like, oh, okay, well, if I was there, I'm kind of glad I brought some.
Man, some bullshit, shit like that. I have my Mexico one, but it got all nasty and dirty. Well, actually, no,
But
it didn't get all nasty. I stopped using it because
actually,
right
you know what?
there.
I actually have a funny thing because it just reminded me of when San Japan had like that one year they had like a round badge and like a square lanyard like to put it inside of it, and it kept slipping off and falling off. Would you rather have that or get no lanyards? Or have like a round badge with a square like a laminated like a little baggie to put it in it.
I
Man,
feel
I
like at
need
that point you should just
something.
do wristbands or something.
Yeah, they could have just stuck with wristbands.
No, just like just have an entry fucking like do wristbands or have somebody at the door, $10, $10, $10. Oh, it's like at the club. You want to get in and shake your ass off?
Cover.
$10. Yeah, cover fee, and then they stamp your ass when you leave. Like, okay, you want to get back in. Guess what Renaissance does? You buy the ticket, you give it to them at the door, you buy it at the door. When you leave and you want to come back, they stamp you.
Mm-hmm.
So stamp them in the butt so they can't wipe off.
Stamp them in the butt.
In the butt. Stamp them in the taco. Shout out to Crybaby who sent me some money on Venmo. If anybody else wants to pitch in, my Venmo's in the Discord. I'm gonna get me a burger. So I'm gonna use all the money people donate to get me a burger.
I got McDonald's Monopoly free food prizes. You want some?
Yeah, you live so fucking far. I would actually come get them.
I got the app, so maybe they'll just transfer you to
Yeah, right. Another thing about ONICON, the only real cool thing about ONICON that's very unique and very, very, very cool, it's the fact that Kroger's just right across the street.
Still there.
Yeah.
And Kroger coming in for the clutch.
And it has a Pokemon machine. It had a Pokemon vending machine inside of it that actually had Pokemon cards Friday afternoon.
Oh, there you go.
And
did you see people that were already gone?
They were already gone Friday night.
Oh. Because my local Kroger has a vending machine, but sometimes they sell out fast.
Oh, and mine doesn't even fucking have the machine. They're just like, fuck y'all. Came here for groceries, not cardboard.
Not for cards. You can't eat the cards unless they're
edible. You can eat this fisto into a knuckle sandwich. All right. Let's go ahead and just give it a review and call it a night. All right. Geek Cred, what did you say? No, what do you say on a scale of 1 to 10?
Your overall thoughts.
Yeah.
So, me personally, as a panelist, I would give it a very low score. But as far as just like my observations, is just like attending the con, I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it this year. And I mean, if you got the tickets like way in advance for like $40 for the whole weekend, it is a good deal because I mean, just the parking alone for 3 days, doing it for free, being able to walk over to Kroger's, like you said, it was a beautiful, like they schedule it on a good weekend where you can actually go outside on the beach and it's not like 100 fucking degrees. Like it was a great weekend, beautiful time to go outside, go to the beach. There were interesting panels in my opinion. Like I said, I might be a little bit biased, but there was fun stuff to do. And at the end of the day, I feel like one of the things I like about ONICON is the people that go there, even if the con doesn't provide any real good entertainment, the people that go there will make their own entertainment. They'll do fun shit. They'll make it fun. And that's one thing I do like about ONICON is that most of the people that do go there, it's a kind of tight knit community, and they create their own fun when they go there, unlike some other cons. So
Yeah.
I would say I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh wow, what the? That's really high. Holy shit.
But like I said, as a panelist, I give it a really fucking low score. Like I would say to other people, if you're going to be a panelist, don't have anything going on that weekend. Make sure you're going to be there all 3 days, because in my experience, they're going to like not tell you shit until the last fucking day. So if you're going to do a panel, like be expected to know last minute when your shit's going to go on.
Yeah. Overall, lack of communication. The communication needs to get way better. I think that's really Friday. I didn't really enjoy Friday. Saturday, though, I had a lot of fun meeting people, trolling people, pissing off my ex, by having a good time. Yeah, petty, right?
Oh,
Did he freeze?
yeah, he froze. No,
Karaoke was fun. We had like,
oh, there you go.
God
Doing that thing.
damn you, John Lay's outside shaking my internet connections. God. Overall, I had fun Saturday. Karaoke didn't have a lot of people. Was it fun? Absolutely. We had fun. We did a little. What was it? I don't know how that song goes. It was take a little drink, do a little dance. I don't know the words. Fuck it. Either way, we had fun. I made friends. We made some controversial friends but it is what it is. I'm gonna give the con a 6 out of 10. That is not our lowest score of the year before. Oh, he shit all over the con. Blah blah blah. No. TsumiCon last year got a 6.5.
Really? Huh.
We're gonna see what's the rating will be this weekend.
I'm already predicting a 5 out of 10.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm not going, but hope y'all have fun.
NostalgiaCon. I'm not going to that shit either. NostalgiaCon got a 5.
Who gave it a 5?
We did, because that was the rounded up score.
A 5.
Yeah. Because somebody like gave it like I think like a really shitty score, and it brought down their average number.
I'm really curious what was the reason. Because
I don't write down the reasons, but I did write down like the average.
Oh yeah.
Lighthouse Monster
Jesse, I do want to make you an offer if you're interested about like Arcade Expo. So I am getting 2 passes. My girlfriend's coming up Saturday, but if you want to come up Friday and check it out, I can loan you hers for Friday.
Isn't that? Is it still at that Crown Plaza on 290?
Yeah. It's basically it's where Delta.
No,
was
Marriott West Chase.
Shit.
Same place as Delta.
Fuck. The only issue is, as much as I would like to go, I just need to find a ride out there.
Just thought
I'll figure stuff out. Yeah. I might. I'll hit you up. Let me know.
Yeah. Okay. I may go to the Arcade Expo just maybe that Saturday for that swap meet.
Friday night they're gonna have that really crappy band that did the song "I Want Candy" from the '80s. I know that doesn't make a difference, but it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, the swap meet is like, even if you don't have a pass for the swap meet, you should check out the swap meet. Like,
yeah, you don't have to have
I make money off of that every year. Like,
yeah, I bought a couple of stuff there.
So this is what I have on the thing. This is what I have in my notes. I don't remember what the actual number was for Collecticon.
I don't know.
It was fine out of 10.
It was fine out of 10. I only went one day, and I was only there for like a couple of hours. I don't remember.
Jesus Christ,
I don't
you need to
remember
start
much
giving
of
these
it.
cons actual fucking scores. Look at this.
Piney Woods. What's Piney Woods?
That's the score.
It's a small one.
Who?
Isn't that out in Lufkin?
I have no idea.
That's the one out in Lufkin, right?
I don't know.
Because I think my friend CJ, she runs the floor on that one.
We did work with Anime Tyler, Texas, and that one was fucking.
Oh, I gotta go. My grandfather's beeping me. All right. Good night, guys.
All right. I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up there. Sonic, go ahead and plug in your social media.
Sure, no problem. Well, you can follow me on Instagram. I am Super Saiyan Sonic. That's my Instagram. From there, I have a link tree in my bio. That's where you can find my Twitch, my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. I posted a lot of videos between after Delta and right now, so I posted a lot of videos. I'm also on TikTok. I'm almost at 3,000. I'm about to hit the 3K on TikTok. I posted a video last week that blew up all of a sudden. If you see me at any of these conventions, say hi. Don't be afraid to. I'm waiting to get approval for to go to Sonic Expo, so I'll probably be at Sonic Expo. Hopefully, I will. This weekend, if you're not going to SumiCon, there's going to be a rave at the Seeker Group in downtown Houston on Saturday night. It's supposed to be like Sonic themed, so basically, if you like Shadow the Hedgehog theme, so if you're a Sonic and you're in raves, I mean, maybe you'll see me there. And that's pretty much what I got. And it's good to be back here.
Don't go say Sonic, give him a hug, shake his hand, follow him into the bathroom, make it weird. Make sure, one of the above. All right, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you follow us on the Instagrams, the Twitters, the Facebooks, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling button to be notified every time we go live. The YouTube algorithm is as stupid as tariffs are right now on anime. That's right. They're trying to put tariffs on the anime. They're trying to get rid of the anime, the girls, the ones with all the personality. You know what I'm talking about. So make sure you hit you're ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling button if you like your anime girls, your waifus. We'll be back Wednesday and Thursday this week. Because we're going to talk about that. I made a post on the Discord about this guy who was talking about like gamers this and gamers that. He went on a fucking rant and shit about how like people that play fucking Animal Crossing aren't real gamers. And
does he have? So basically, he's one of those people who say, basically he's one of those people of like, if a game doesn't have guns or weapons or basketballs or something like that, or any type of ball.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like he said, like mobile games, like anything, like fighting games or like sports games or Animal Crossing or The Sims or
simulations.
Like who the fuck is this guy and why hasn't anyone punched him in the face? Anyways, we're gonna talk about that on Wednesday. Fucking Diamond Assassin will answer his fucking messages on fucking Discord. I'm gonna have to message him on Facebook. Like, hey man. The fuck were you?
Hey, where you been?
Yeah, like for real. Like, what the fuck? No, that's the wrong meme. Fuck, I don't have the appropriate meme. You know what? Fuck it. This is the best I can do.
It got weird here.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Adios and peace.
Take care, guys. See you next time.